Welcome back to another episode of the Jabcast. It is February 2nd, 2022. Let me be the first to welcome our listeners to 2022. It's the start of a brand new year. And this episode is brought to you by crypto.com.
Oh my
God. As always, I am Ben. I'm here with Alec and Jared, my co-hosts as always. How are you guys doing? It's been a little while.
It has. I'm excited. We finally are getting into our new format today after a couple bumps and bruises, I guess, along the way. February 2nd, but we're finally starting it up. And I'm excited. I'm ready.
Yeah. And it'll be February 7th when everyone hears this.
Oh, yeah. Geez. Yeah, we're recording. We don't usually say the date, and so it didn't really click to me.
I know, but
it also doesn't matter. I guess
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties last week.
Internet issues or whatever. Segura will record 3 months of podcasts in 2 days.
Yeah. So who cares? And that's insane.
That is insane. I don't know how they can talk that. Well, I know how Bert can talk that much, but I don't know how Tom could have that much.
I just don't have enough going on in my life.
Yeah, we know.
Okay.
The hamster wheels also aren't running as fast in our heads as they are in Bert Kreischer's head.
Yeah, that's true.
That dude.
Maybe if we were sponsored by crypto and we were getting paid by them, I'd have a little bit more incentive to.
That's true. Yeah, we should get some sponsors besides.
Pay us
some more
NFTs.
sponsors.
I would love some more sponsors, but
Give us some Joe Rogan podcast NFTs.
Oh my god.
Oh, we should make a Jabcast NFT.
Yeah, we can mint the
cooking it up. Does it wait? Okay, before we get started, do you have to do anything to make it an NFT, or can you is there a website?
I don't know how
I can just make it
work. Probably.
Or do I have to pay for something?
I don't know.
Who knows, man?
Like software to make that's something worth investigating. But that's for another day. Today, we've got our own things that we already have cooked up and they're ready. We pitched each other movies, or rather gave each other prompts to pitch a movie. We filled out a little table we have in our outline here. We had to give an actor or actress, a genre of a movie, and then an object, concept, or a celebrity. Basically just another factor of the movie that you have to work in to your script somehow. I'm going to turn it over to Alec. He's first on our grid here. I gave him Meryl Streep in a rom-com about the Hells Angels.
Yes.
Does this have a title? I titled mine. That wasn't like a requirement, but okay.
I didn't title mine either. I figured we could workshop a title after I pitched the movie.
Yeah, I like it.
Figured that might be a good idea. So
all right, let's hear it.
I named all my characters as well.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, because can't have a good movie without character names. So Ashley, who is played by Meryl Streep, is a recently divorced author in search of true love and a stable life. She leaves Los Angeles to return to her hometown of Oakland, California. While at a bar in downtown Oakland, she runs into her high school sweetheart, Brandon, who is played by Eugene Levy. They connect and enjoy a few drinks, talking about their lives since parting ways after their senior prom. Ashley is completely obsessed with the amount of road trips and adventure done by Brandon through his days, and she's curious and asks how was he able to accomplish these trips. It turns out that Brandon just started his own business and turned it into a media powerhouse before buying a motorcycle and touring the country with the money he made from selling that company to Jeff Bezos. Yeah. Ashley and Brandon, then they continue to go on a few dates, whatever. Until one night while they were out at dinner, they started to hear roaring of motorcycles coming toward the restaurant. They didn't really think much of it because it's bike week. But when Ashley looks towards the door, she sees her ex-husband, David, who is played by Jeff Bridges, enter the restaurant. Brandon was completely distraught when he saw the fearless leader of the Hells Angels standing in the doorway. Ashley convinces David and Brandon to compete for her love in a series of bar games like pool, darts, cornhole, stuff like that. After all the competition, Brandon emerges the winner and plans to take Ashley's hand in marriage. However, Ashley looks at Brandon after he finishes celebrating his victory, and she says, "You will always and forever have my heart, but my body and soul belongs to the road." As she hops on her Harley Davidson and rides into the sunset with both of her middle fingers in the air, leaving Brandon and David sitting on their Harleys speechless.
Wow.
Damn, God.
Wow.
Great.
I
movie.
love-
That is so good.
Let me start by saying I love that. Well, right in the bulk of the movie is when they just do all the bar challenges. So that sounds like it's majority of the movie. That's like what the plot. So it's just constant competition between the two of them. That's great.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Oh man. So you said darts, cornhole, pool, like all the bar games.
Just like typical bar games. So
Pong. Get them
Yeah.
playing Pong. I need to see Eugene Levy and Jeff
Jeff
Bridges playing
Bridges.
Pong.
go at it in beer pong.
Wow.
perfect. That's the perfect ending too.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
better way to do a movie like that.
I know.
It subverted expectations.
I liked it, and I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, most of the comedy from in this movie, I think will just come from the actors that I place in these roles, not necessarily the story. So that's kind of the
right.
That was kind of where I went with it.
You really brushed off the fact that it was bike week. Bike week.
It was just one sentence. It's bike week.
Yeah.
They didn't think
Yeah.
anything of it because it was bike week.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and it's set in Oakland because Oakland is the headquarters of the Hells Angels.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meryl
Wow.
Streep would fit right. Meryl Streep would fit right in Oakland, that's for sure.
100%.
I didn't even notice that she's there.
And we
Yeah,
got
Alec, I have to say-
we got a Jeff Bezos cameo too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's in it.
Yeah.
Oh, even better. I heard you mention him. I really do like the ending of her not ending up with anyone.
Yeah.
And she just loves the road.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, that's great. Well done. Well done.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
do we have a title?
I don't know, man. What
right, so
should we call it? Bike Week in Oakland. Oh man.
I feel like it's got to be like some pun with like parts of a motorcycle. Love handlebars.
Head over handlebars.
Oh.
Mm.
Too corny.
What are like? This is how knowledgeable I am. Motorcycle parts. Google. Oh God. I don't know. I mean, it's like an engine part.
Love, leather, and bar games.
Oh, you know what? There you go.
There we
There
go.
you go. Yeah, love and leather.
That was
There
good.
we go. All right, Alec, well done.
Thank you.
Was.
Ben.
All right. So Alec gave me The Rock in a fantasy about opening a fireworks business next to an armory.
Very specific at the end.
So I really tried to go all out with this. And I established my own like universe. So I have, because it's a fantasy, so I have to give some background.
Yeah.
So it takes place in the year 937 AR after Rock. In the fictional jungle country of Juma, which is similar to current day Zimbabwe. It's like very tropical, rivers, rainforest, that kind of thing. The characters are Dwayne The Rock Johnson as The Rock. I'll explain why he's just The Rock later on. Kevin Hart as NJI, and then Robert Pattinson as the villainous Willem Dafoe. So the premise is the world, the society as we know it has collapsed. After the death of Dwayne The Rock Johnson in our current year, society just like plunged into chaos and darkness and like almost completely died out. But during like the 900 years of like human dark age, a mysterious mineral called red was discovered. And when you ingest it, it unlocks these like latent magical powers within you. So now 937 years later, society has reached the same level of desolation and despair that caused it to collapse in the first place. There's a lot of like racism, classism, a lot of stuff that we see in our current society. And during this, a simple fireworks scientist named The Rock, he's called it because of his uncanny resemblance to our Rock, tries to open a fireworks shop next to the military's Red warehouse and armory. After a secret Red test subject named Ng, played by Kevin Hart, escapes the armory and is taken in by the Rock, the militaristic leader Willem Dafoe, played by Robert Pattinson, begins a manhunt and halts the production, distribution, and consumption of Red, because it's become like a military resource, until Ng is captured. The pair then flee to a nearby military ocean cruiser and try to escape, but it's actually Willem Dafoe's cruiser. So now they're on this boat with Juman, the Juman military, scientists, and Willem Dafoe himself. Will the Rock and Ng find the secret behind Red and stop the evil government from monopolizing it? Find out in Jumanji, Jungle Cruise, and the Red Notice.
Oh, man. Wait, read that title at the end again.
Jumanji, Jungle Cruiser, and the Red Notice.
Wow.
Nice.
That's good. Oh, wow. Okay.
Good
So what is
work.
that? 3 movies in one or 4?
It's just
Jumanji.
a title. Jumanji.
Red Notice.
Oh, you mean, yeah, three real movies.
Yeah.
Jumanji.
Okay.
Jumanji, Jungle Cruise, and Red Notice.
Yeah. Wow. All Rock
Nice.
movies, obviously. Yeah. Very well done. And you had.
The names are arbitrary.
Yeah. Robert Pattinson playing Willem Dafoe. You know what? That's not even a bad casting.
No.
I like it. He's got that. He's got the edge. Very good. Red. After Rock. That's funny. Yeah. Well done, Ben. Okay. Alec, any thoughts?
That was a good movie. I definitely. I think I actually would go see.
You would.
See that. I would go watch that.
For a quick second, I thought Ben was already setting up a sequel at the end. He was gonna say, find out in the next one.
Or he was gonna say like the end of like an old sitcom. Find out what happens.
Find out next week. Yeah. Maybe you got to work on the sequel. All right. Finally, we have my movie. This was given to me by Ben. The actor was Jon Favrow in a drama, and the concept is struggling after learning CBS hit Bob Hart's Abishola has been canceled. Very specific. So, all right, here we go. It is titled Being Jon Favreau. So it opens with an overlaid montage of news reports. Jon Favreau has suffered a mental breakdown on set of The Mandalorian Season 3 after finding out Bob Hart's Abishola has been canceled by CBS. Jon can no longer separate reality from fiction. He kidnaps the Grogu puppet and attempts to flee the set by hijacking the Millennium Falcon. But alas, it is out of gas. He instead steals a white Ford Bronco and drives full speed ahead to his Hollywood home. Once inside, Jon begins to barricade the house. He equips the bracelet for protection. This was the prop he used as the main weapon in his film Cowboys and Aliens. It was what was attached to Daniel Craig. He gets a phone call from Tony Stark. I thought it was just a character, Jon thinks to himself. His grip on the real world is slipping by the minute. Tony asks him to calm down and return Grogu, and if not, the Avengers will have to intervene. Jon's going to need more weaponry. He runs to the kitchen and grabs his freshly sharpened chef's knife, previously used in his film Chef. It's even worse than Jon imagined. The Mandalorian himself, Din Djarin, is pounding at his front door, demanding for the return of the child. Jon's going to need even more firepower. He runs to the bathroom and pulls the experimental growth formula used during production of Elf to make Will Ferrell look bigger around the elves in the first act. This was long believed to be from clever camera work, but Jon knew the truth. As he passes back through the bathroom towards the front door, he checks on Grogu. Fast asleep in his pod, not an ounce of hate in his body. Jon is reminded of who he was before, the man he was before Bob Hart's Abishola was canceled. No turning back now, Jon says, as he ingests multiple doses of the growth formula. Jon now grows over 100 feet tall, completely destroying his house. He emerges to find the Mandalorian and the Avengers armed and ready to fight. As he's mentally preparing himself for battle, he looks into each of their eyes. He reflects on the wonderful journeys they've had. And it all started with him. Without him, these cinematic universes would not be the way they are today. In that moment, he learned to appreciate the journey of Bob Hart's Abishola instead of being angry it's gone. He looks down at the bracelet. It somehow changed into the Infinity Gauntlet, fully stocked with all 6 stones. Without a second thought, Jon snaps his fingers. His creations around him turn to dust. Grogu has returned from whence he came. Jon has a vision. He's met by Dave Filoni, fellow collaborator on Star Wars, in an unknown realm lacking any color or form. Dave says to John, "This is the way." Reality regains its grip on John. He respectfully retires from showbiz, hands the reins of the Mandalorian over to Dave, and spends the rest of his days watching reruns of Bob Hart's Abishola. It's not about longevity; it's about the legacy.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
And
Wow.
that's it.
That's very good.
Yeah. To me, that sounds like Who Framed Roger Rabbit on steroids.
Yeah.
Like
tried
crossover
to-
of the fictional and real world on steroids, literally.
Ben mentioned Birdman, Michael Keaton and Birdman as kind of his inspiration for this. So I just tried to make something that just felt absolutely insane and like claustrophobic, I guess.
Yeah.
Favorite line-
I definitely see how that seems very
My
claustrophobic.
favorite line was it's about the journey, not the cancellation of Bob.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible.
I pray that show doesn't get canceled because this is exactly how it would go down.
Most
not
likely.
Not just with Jon Favreau, with millions of people across.
Yeah, yeah, everyone. Wait, is that show actually even on air?
I think it still is. I think it's still going.
Bob Hart's Abbott.
Must have some kind of audience.
Yeah. Oh my God. Season 3, episode 10. Yep. Yeah, they're halfway through season 3 already somehow. John, you're safe for now, but
Yeah.
don't hold your breath. Wow. Okay.
Speaking of TV shows,
Wait, do you guys want to give out next week's?
no, I think we should keep that a secret till next week.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Forgot. That's exactly what we should do and do it after we stop recording. All right, Alec, continue with your segue that I interrupted.
We're really good at ruining our
Oh yeah.
segues.
Oh yeah.
I lost my segue, honestly.
Speaking of TV shows,
From iPhone.
Alexa.
Siri is taking over.
Dix,
Or is it
connect my
Alexa?
phone.
Alexa.
Sorry.
Oh,
bitch.
Alexa was Alexa was taking over our segue.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna move into TVs now.
Yeah.
TVs as more than
Plural.
one.
Televisions.
More than one television.
Hey, hopefully, maybe one day we'll be moving into. Yep. Televisions.
Good work.
Okay.
We're doing good.
wow.
Anyway,
Wow.
we're gonna talk about some of our favorite TV shows that we think we could alter or change to make better. And I'm gonna start with a TV show that we've all seen, and I kind of want to know if you agree with me. And I'm gonna say Ted Lasso should have actual Premier League players make cameos throughout the entire thing.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, that's good. That's really good. Are you saying, would it be more like he's coaching them, or when they go to play other teams?
No,
That's when we see
so
the.
for example, when AFC Richmond played Tottenham,
Mhm.
at some point, maybe at the end or the beginning, you'd see Harry Kane saying something, or the head coach of Man City says something like,
Right.
"You're ridiculous," or "You're an embarrassment to the sport,"
Yeah.
or something like that to Ted before the game. Like,
Yeah, gotcha.
I'd want to see more of like an interaction from real Premier League players or coaches towards Ted to see how
Yeah.
he's perceived amongst his peers.
Yeah, I like that.
in that professional setting, or in how he would respond to that.
Yeah, I like that. And that's actually, I'm now realizing, has Ted ever spoken to another coach
Not on
in the
camera.
whole show? Yeah.
He's only talked
That'd be
to
something they
he's
should do.
only talked to the media.
Yeah.
And-
yeah, you're right.
So we're well aware of what the media perceives of Ted, but I really feel like other coaches and other players would also have strong opinions of Ted if he's been a coach in the Premier League for 2 years now.
Right. Yeah,
You know,
for sure. Ben, you're our soccer expert. What do you think about this?
I think Ted Lasso would be better with a better goddamn plot and characters.
Ooh,
No,
sick burn.
Yeah, I know. Listen to me, the screenwriting expert.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, that would be a good idea. I think it would also help make the like actual like soccer segment feel more real.
Right.
It probably would be hard to get like really popular like players or managers.
Definitely.
But I know that there are like players that like tweet about it and like the show, so they would probably be happy to do it.
Yeah.
And, I'm pretty sure they film like in England, so it's not like hard to get someone to just like make the drive down. But yeah, that would be pretty cool. I would like to see it.
Yeah, maybe season 3. Who knows what they got cooking up over there?
It's true.
Because you got to think, you have 10 episodes for their seasons normally, 10 to 12.
Mhm.
Even if you only get like 3 to 5 cameos per season, I still think that would definitely elevate the show a ton.
Yeah, there doesn't need to be like a full team every episode.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I definitely don't think you should try to hire the entire Liverpool team to play against AFC Richmond on screen. That would be, I think that would be a waste of money.
Yeah.
And it really wouldn't do any good because I doubt AFC Richmond could actually play soccer against Liverpool.
Come on. Come on. Where's your faith?
Isn't Liverpool still at like the top? Like they're one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah,
Or are they back to being?
No, they're still good. Man City's kind of like the best at the moment.
How
Ben-
are our beloved Spurs doing, Ben?
We just signed some new players because the transfer window was just open, so I think we're looking pretty good.
Saw you
Good.
tweeting at them the other day. It made me laugh.
What was they saying?
It was I think it must have been right before this because I think you just said, cool, now sign some players or something like
think I did say
that. Yeah.
Sometimes it just boils over, you know.
Yeah.
Gotta make your voice heard.
Yeah. Hey, that's what being a fan's all about, right?
Yeah,
And that's
sure.
what having Twitter's all
So
about.
Yeah.
scrolling through my tweets and replies, and my one friend is a huge Washington Wizards fan, and he was saying something about the Wizards, and I just responded with a gif of a man twerking.
You're always good with those
Yeah.
nonsensical replies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To wrap up our sports talk, did you select an NHL team to follow?
yeah.
No, I have not. I haven't
Kraken.
definitively. Might be the Kraken. I don't know. I was trying to keep it local to the teams I already follow.
That's what I was thinking.
The Islanders though just have like the worst colors of all time, like
What are the colors?
blue and orange.
Blue, orange, and white. Yeah.
I hate that combo.
They used to be navy blue, teal, and orange.
Yeah, it's probably better.
No, it was worse.
Really?
They had-
I was
Do you remember the fish sticks that we used to get as kids that had like
What'd
the
you
weird
say?
fisherman
I know
logo?
exactly what you're talking about.
That used to be their logo. It was like that weird fisherman on the fish sticks.
I was thinking either Islanders or the Maple Leafs.
Don't root for the Maple Leafs.
What's wrong with the Maple Leafs? They're close to
Yeah.
Buffalo. They're the same color as Spurs.
So local in another country.
Yeah.
yeah, when you walk across the border from Buffalo, it's like 10
All you got to do is walk across the border.
The Maple Leafs haven't won a Stanley Cup in over 20,000 days.
Alec. No team I support has won anything in over 20,000 days.
Then you should just stick with the Sabres.
No, because I would like to win something in my lifetime.
No, see, the difference is the Sabres don't have money to spend on high price talent, and the Toronto Maple Leafs have all of the most expensive players and still can't win. So
I should put together like a Twitter presentation of like all of my like positive and negative qualities as a fan, and just try to like get NHL teams to pitch like why I should be a fan of them. See if they respond.
Ben,
Yeah,
did
that-
you
that
just
might
open
work.
a soda?
No, I did not. That might
I
have been
just
out.
heard a very faint
it might be my dishwasher, which is
Okay.
currently running.
because I saw I don't know Ben futzing with something off camera. I was like, did he just open a soda? And it just sorry to interrupt our interruption to the main.
I have a little crack.
Event.
To our main show.
I'm using it as like a diffuser. So I
Ah.
just like light the crack and it just kind of like spreads throughout the room. So every
Crack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Does that
Awesome.
work?
Yeah, it does. It's actually
Would you
really-
recommend it to our viewers,
absolutely
listeners? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys heard it here. Just
try it.
take the crack you'd usually use for what it's used for and put it to use elsewhere, as
Like, just
Ben's
a game every few minutes.
demonstrating.
No,
Yeah.
it's a monster. So
Okay. Ooh.
Anyway,
those
let's
ones.
move into music.
Yeah.
We have a discussion
Hold on.
that also
We're not
ties
done
in
yet.
with sports.
walk it back just a little bit.
Hold on. Are you the only person that gets to talk about a change you'd make in a TV show?
Yes. It's all about me.
Wow. He tried to skip a whole segment. I mean, sometimes I'll try to skip Ben, but never a whole segment.
Yeah,
Listen,
Um,
this was the only way I thought I could think to move past Ben. Listen,
Ben, do you have one, or do you want me to go?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think of like what my favorite. I guess like Ozark's my favorite show, and I'm not really sure what they could do better necessarily. So I guess a change would be, got to be more ruthless. You know what I mean? I think they have to kill off.
That's Ruth. I kind of liked her.
Oh, that was good. No, there are so many problems that could just be solved if certain people disappeared, and in other seasons they were really quick to like kill people off. But I think lately, because there's less like major players in the story now, they're just kind of like a little more hesitant to just like wipe people out.
Right.
And, yeah, I just really want someone to shoot Wendy. That's it, basically. Either that or get like a lot more like horny.
Oh. Didn't the show open with Wendy having sex?
Yeah, and then I think they walked that back and they were like, all right, let's
getting her back blown out.
I know Jason very well. Him and I go way back.
Oh yeah.
And he's been telling me he's been trying to greenlight some ideas, but Netflix wasn't.
Do you know him from Little House on the Prairie? That where you first met?
Yes. Yeah. I actually played the cabin in that show.
Oh,
I was the
wow. That makes sense. You're very wooden.
We just kind of like walked through our careers together since then, and now I'm on Smartless. So.
Well, oh wow, okay.
You get all the way to the top.
Trying to hook me up on there.
Word.
But yeah, and I agree with you. I'm a big fan of Ozark, but I think that as well. It's gotten to this weird, and I still like it. I still think it's really, really good, but it's kind of convenient in the way that terrible things are happening. Like plot wise, it's this person's like something terrible happened here, so now they're safe for a little bit, or vice versa. This person's been safe for too long, and now that's kind of plateaued, and they don't really know what to do. Not that they don't know what to do, but and we still have half a season of season 4. I don't know if you're caught up, but yeah. And then, okay, so now for mine, if I can stop mumbling. Mine is That 70s Show. That's my favorite show ever. And this one's kind of easy, but just because it's such a common complaint of the show. But I would keep Topher Grace for the entire time. He left last season, maybe last 2. I can't even remember. To do other stuff, try to get into movies and things like that. I think it was part of why he was in Spider-Man 3. I think he left That 70s Show to be in Spider-Man 3 as Venom. But yeah, as soon as he left, the dynamic of the group kind of changed. They brought in Randy, played by Seth Meyers' brother, and I don't even remember his real name. And he's like the perfect guy, and it was just really annoying. Like he didn't feel like a real person because it's like they set up this box which is like, make sure he's good looking, make sure he's funny, make sure he's smart, ding 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 ding. He didn't have a flaw, and it just kind of got boring, especially compared to the void left from Eric leaving. But yeah, that's probably my only complaint. I'm a big fan of that show, obviously being my favorite. There isn't much I'd change about it, but that would be the thing that I would change. And that's obviously not the ideal situation they were even in. I'm sure if it were up to them, it would have been even better with Eric to the very end. But whatever. All right, Alec. Now start that segue you started earlier.
Speaking of sports, the Super Bowl is coming up.
Yeah.
And there's a halftime show every year that has musicians who tend to pull out all the stops.
For every single one.
Yes, for any stop that may incur, they pull them out.
Pull it out. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. And and this year has a very different Super Bowl halftime show than I think we've seen in a while. And it is headlining Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and Kendrick Lamar. And I kind of wanted to get your thoughts on what you think the Super Bowl halftime show will look like.
Yeah, this is very interesting. A lot of times they have, like a main event, like one artist or band, and then a secondary person. And usually those two people haven't collaborated much, from what I can tell, at least in the past decade. But every single one of these people has like Eminem and Dr. Dre, they go way back. Obviously, Dre is what he gave Eminem a start. Dre and Snoop Dogg, they go way back. Kendrick Lamar, he's from Compton, so is Dr. Dre. That was a really tangential connection. But and you got Mary J. Blige, who was featured on Good Kid, Mad City with Kendrick Lamar. All these people have history with each other. I saw someone saying people are thinking they want this halftime show to like encompass the 90s, and I'm not sure if that's really what they're trying to do here. Because Kendrick Lamar being there obviously gets rid of that. I don't know enough about Mary J. Blige's career to know what she was doing in the 90s. I do know Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and Dr. Dre were big then, but I don't know. This is a big lineup, and I guess if you had to assign like point values to the people, like the headliners, this is probably the most valuable halftime show lineup I've seen in a long time. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really care about the halftime show as much as most people, but I'll watch it.
I feel like this halftime show is just like, I feel like this one's definitely just different. And most of Mary J. Blige albums were released after 2000 anyway. Like she was big in the 90s. Yeah, the majority of them were. She only had 1, 2,
been around a long time.
5, 6. She had 7 albums in the 90s, and the rest of them were from 2001 to 2020. That's 15.
She just had a birthday. Happy belated birthday, Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, I don't even know like what era.
Queen of hip hop soul.
Yeah,
that's
like,
what it says here on star of Trolls World Tour.
Yes.
Woo!
I don't know. And I do have a question though. Do you think the odds are in the favor of NWA showing up at the halftime show?
Not all of them.
Obviously not all of them. Oh my gosh.
I had to. No, I don't think so. I don't think, whether we like it or not, the Super Bowl is like a family event. No matter how many beers are drank and whatever happens in the skybox seats there, it's still like a family thing. And they're not going to have a group called NWA when you know what the N stands for. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that'd be great.
I would love to see Ice Cube hop up.
Dr. Dre. Who's the other one?
MC Ren. And then DJ Yella, I think, are the only ones left. Yeah, it was just those 5.
I would say,
right?
I think, I'm not that knowledgeable on them, but those names all sounded like, as soon as you said them, I went, yes, that's NWA, but I couldn't have said it myself. I don't know, like maybe Ice Cube. It wouldn't really make sense to bring out Ren and Yella because they don't really do much like rapping, right? They're just producers, or are they?
MC Ren was a rapper, but Dre and Yella were more producers, and then the rappers were Ice Cube, Eazy-E, and Ren, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Ben, what do you think about this lineup?
I'm usually a halftime show hater, because every year they just kind of go for like whoever's popular at the moment. But I do respect them for kind of branching out a little bit. My only concern is that this will probably be the most boring halftime show of all time. I don't like it anyway, but if I'm speaking like someone who does enjoy it, you probably want to see like people whose songs that like you know what I mean,
right?
And I get that they're doing like an LA thing by having like Dre and Snoop Dogg there. I don't know, it's just like boring. Like I like Dr. Dre a lot. I don't really care for anyone else. Kendrick will probably be there for like 4 seconds and he'll do like one line and then leave. I don't know. Like
top of the morning.
I guarantee it's gonna be different. I think this is definitely gonna be a different take on any halftime show we've ever seen. It 100% is not gonna be whatever happened last year.
Yeah, and
It's very bloated.
it is the demographic of the people watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like 60% of
another
them
thing,
are like
too.
middle-aged like white dudes who like hate watching it.
Yeah.
They're
So like they're not gonna
most
like,
of the demographic there at the Super Bowl. If your team's not in it, they're watching Aaron Andrews. That's it.
yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know if it's like wasted, but I feel like
It feels weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just feels very weird.
It feels like a concert that should not be happening at the Super Bowl and would be more successful
Yeah.
somewhere else.
They should have someone like why do you need a concert? They should have someone like try to like they do at basketball games, like putt the length of the field and you win like $1,000. Like
Yeah.
that'd be
Oh,
really
that would be so much fun. Yeah.
it's just
Hit
getting like
Peyton Manning in the head with a football from 30
Yeah.
yards. You get tickets the next year or something.
every
Yeah.
year it's just gotten like more and more ridiculous. Like last year, like I can't even remember the actual game itself. I just remember the weekend doing his like mirror like turn thing, and that it's just like
Yeah.
it's like the Super Bowl has almost become a sideshow for the halftime show.
Yeah.
And I feel like now
Halftime show is literally like a meme generator now. Because how
Yeah,
many
it
memes came out of the weekend's halftime show?
I don't yeah, that's a good point. I don't the Super Bowl feels so manufactured anyway. Everything
Yeah.
about the production
With
and
the commercials.
yeah. And I mean this just really adds to it. But I mean this is a cool lineup. I like Dr. Dre, like I said. I don't know, just kind of weird. Just feels very like out of place.
I mean, I've enjoyed all of these people's music at some point or another, whether or not I'm fans of them now. Eminem. Oh, you know what? Well, now that I'm looking at it, and I kind of talked about it in the beginning, I'm wondering what songs they're gonna do. Like they're probably gonna do collaborations that they had with each other, you know?
Yeah.
But and that might feel jumbled. That's my biggest, I can't even say concern because I don't care. But the thing that I'm most curious about is like, what are they gonna actually perform? Is it gonna be like one Kendrick song and then the other four are just standing behind him? And then Snoop Dogg and the other four standing behind him, because there's not enough overlap here for like, I think only I'm trying to.
So obviously, like Dre is gonna lead it off, and he's probably gonna do like either one of his songs, like an NWA song. And I think Kendrick will also probably rap
Yeah.
the NWA song because they're from the same place. That's
Right.
I think
What's
on
Eminem
any,
gonna do?
I feel like
Yeah,
on any NWA song,
For Nana.
any NWA song, Kendrick is going to probably end up taking an Eazy-E style
Yes.
approach.
Yeah,
to
that's true.
anything.
That's true.
Eminem and Eminem
the rest of these three have a lot of collabs with him, or have worked with him with
Mhm.
Dr. Dre. So I feel like they're all just gonna, Dr. Dre is gonna somehow pull some random magic as a DJ and producer and just mix it all together, and it's gonna come out looking like a decent cake. I feel like
They should just do songs that aren't even theirs. Eminem and Mary J. Blige should cover B.O.B.'s Airplanes.
oh my god.
You know.
Yeah, that actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea, Ben. I was thinking also along the lines of what they did at the Grammys, and probably almost 10 years ago now, when they did the I can't really call it a mashup, I don't think, but they got like, they would take two artists that were not similar in genre at all, and they would have them perform. I forget I can't think of a single example, but they did it all the time for one ceremony. I know the Red Hot Chili Peppers were involved. Maybe it was Post Malone and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I think they may have performed together. Metallica and someone, Ed Sheeran was there. And like sometimes it worked and sometimes it was just like dog shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't think they're gonna do that here. But yeah, like I don't think there's a song that exists that has three of these five people in it. Two, yes. Dre and Eminem, obviously. Kendrick and Eminem. Kendrick and Mary J. Blige. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. But I don't know. I'll be interested to see how they do that and how it doesn't feel incredibly jumbled.
Kendrick and Snoop Dogg covering Mac DeMarco.
Mary J. Blige covering XXX Tentacion.
Oh my god.
Look at me.
Wow.
Eminem,
Eminem, Waka Flocka.
walk.
Love Sosa. Like Chief.
Who's your Alec? What's that one?
Kendrick Lamar covering Riff Raff.
Man.
Oh, Riff Raff, yeah. Eminem doing Elton John.
Oh, didn't they actually do something together?
They're Elton John is Eminem's sponsor actually for sobriety. Yeah, they're close friends.
Yeah.
Speaking of close friends, we are.
Yeah.
And we have this show together that we do, and on this show we trade albums at the end of our music segment. So we're gonna segue into that here.
Zoom.
I'll give you mine first, since I'm the first letter in Jab. Yeah, and I'm also the person currently talking.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you guys "Sick" by Earl Sweatshirt. This is his most recent album. Came out January 14th.
That's sick.
Sick. Yeah, it's got an exclamation point at the end. So it's not sick, like I said. I'm sorry. It's sick, like that. Like say it like you're a skater or something. Sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and pull that up on your devices. Let me know what you think about the
only 10 songs. That's not that bad. That's
yeah, there you go. Yeah,
pretty quick. Minutes.
Ben, have you listened to this yet? I know you're an Earl fan.
No.
Okay, good. All right, what do you think of that album cover? I don't even know what I think of it. There's a lot going on. Yeah, I see.
What is that? What is that like?
Oh, it's animated. If you're looking at it on Apple Music, it's actually animated.
I'm not. I'm a lowly Spotify guy. What is that? Is that like crumpled up
tissues?
Paper towel or tissue?
Yeah, on the right. Yeah, I'm afraid to know like what's in it, but yeah.
And then you have obviously there's pills at the top.
Yeah, 2 pills.
Is this on the floor?
Floor or a table? I'm gonna say table because I think I see rings left from cups.
Like the cup rings.
He's burning sage as well.
Yeah, is that sage? I know it was something.
Smell some spirits.
That's a bust, I guess, of his well, that would be redundant to say a bust of his head. It's a bust of him made of metal, and he's wearing like an N95 under his nose. Like a true chin diaper. I don't know what the photos are underneath that.
Yeah, I can't see. It's kind of
small. It's pretty small at that point.
Yeah, this will be what I believe is my first exposure to Earl Sweatshirt.
Oh, so, interesting. Yeah. He never
he's a verified artist on Spotify, so he's got to be good.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's been around a long time.
Some good features on here.
Tyler the Creator. Yeah.
Z Loopers and Arm & Hammer.
I've never heard of Z Loopers before this.
He's an old Danny Brown collaborator.
Oh, okay. You know what? That makes sense because he kind of sounds like it. Yeah, Ben, I think you'll like this. This quelled any complaint. I don't know if you liked it or not, but I haven't been a big fan of Feet of Clay or what was the other one? Some rap songs. But this kind of quelled all my complaints of that. So yeah, Alec, very interested to hear what you have to say. Getting through this, his work's definitely like very progressional in that it kind of. I don't want to say you have to know his old stuff to appreciate his new stuff, but I think it helps.
What if every song of this is just different lyrics, but it's just the beat from East?
That would be hell on earth. But yeah, all right. So there you go. Alec, what do you got for us?
I am going to give you guys Dawn FM by The Weeknd. I have not heard this album. I was looking for an album that I was kind of interested in and wanted to listen to. And a couple people at work recommended this one. And Emma also, she recommended this album for me to listen to as well. So I figured we can all do it together, book club style.
Sure. We get book club style. I like it. That's what this podcast is, isn't it? Or more what it used to be.
This segment for sure.
It used to be more like a book club. Now it's more like
we talk about things and then
a playground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of like Recess.
Yeah, that's a good. I like that.
Oh, we didn't do the podcaster's prayer.
Oh my goodness.
I did it for the troops on the front line.
uh,
We had one. Nick posted one earlier. Whatever. He posted one earlier about how the mic is his sword, and the listeners are his army.
that's great.
Funny.
Yeah, if plug another podcast here. Ben and I are big fans of Anus Pod over on Barstool. So.
Yeah, we know they need our shout out. They're really
They really need this. So please go listen to them. They keep losing their sponsors. But yeah, looking at this album art for Dawn FM, it's just The Weeknd but old.
He's an old. It's the old Weeknd.
The old Weeknd.
Hmm.
Is that what that's supposed to be? I
have
just
no idea.
accidentally like
He's
thumbs
just
it
old.
down. Whoops. I don't know what
Already.
I was just
No,
scrolling through and then I looked at my screen and there was a big thumbs down. I don't know.
I also
Hate
did
this
not
album.
realize that it was week ND until I looked up this album.
That happened to my friend the other week. He's like, "How long has it been like that?" I went, "Since he was a thing."
Yeah, didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I thought he like spelled it correctly.
Alec, you get a pass though.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for giving me a pass.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, but yeah, I don't know what to, well, I have heard this already. I don't get how the album art really
Translates.
connects to the content at all.
Yeah.
I do know, and I don't know if you guys know this, this is supposed to be part 2 in a trilogy of albums, with After Hours being the first. So I don't know if that will enhance or hinder your listening to it. I think it makes a little more sense. I learned that after the fact. I think it makes a little more sense as like a part 2, I guess. Yeah, he really likes these characters, doesn't he? Like when he makes an album, he makes like a mythos with it. The whole deal with the red casino suit with the bandage and the prosthetics and everything with After Hours, and now he's got this old guy thing. Wonder what the third one's going to be.
Who
A
knows?
human goat hybrid.
It's gonna be his corpse.
His core. Oh,
Getting older.
okay. Now, do we think this is all the same character through a progression of
I don't know.
things? Like, is this old guy the old version of the red suit guy that we saw?
Could be.
Could be.
I don't
Jinx.
listen to his music enough to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm not a Weeknd hater. I'm just not a fan. But this album art's really funny. Just the way he's looking at me makes me laugh.
Yeah. What is that? Is he sad? Is he concerned?
He's sappy.
Sappy.
Or just
Sappa happy.
It's just kind of like zen.
Oh, okay. So that's what my grandmother meant when she's been calling me sappy all these years.
Yep.
Okay. But yeah, he's got an interlude by Quincy Jones on here,
Mhm.
who is older than The Weeknd looks in this photo. I don't know. Maybe that's something. You are now listening to 103.5 Dawn FM. That's what it says.
Didn't he do the
description.
trilogy thing before with like House of Balloons?
Yeah, he's literally got it had a re-release last year, and it's called The Trilogy.
Yeah, obviously.
He's
Nice.
yeah, he's a big fan of trilogies, I guess. Wait, why is this one called Alternate World? What's that about?
It has 3 more songs.
Oh, geez. With the Swedish House Mafia.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Are they good?
I'm a fan.
They used to be really good. They were really big when we were in like, I don't know, freshman year.
They're
8th
back
grade.
now.
Which genre?
Like EDM.
Oh, okay. The name sounds familiar. Like it rolled off my tongue, like I've said it before, but I couldn't recollect anything. Also, I hate how I'm just looking at the Alternate World album. Who wants a music video downloaded on their phone? Does anyone do that?
People do
Why
that?
do they do that?
Who would do
Like-
that?
Like there's 6 music videos attached to this. And if I hit download album, it's going to download them too. I don't want that. Who wants that? If you're listening and you want that, can you just tell me why? Like, why do I have to see this on my phone because you want that? That's all I want to know. Thanks. Ben, what are you giving us?
I'm giving you guys It Won't Always Be Like This by Inhaler. They're an Irish soft rock group. Pretty straightforward. If you've heard like The Script, I guess from like the early 2010s, guys like that, that's kind of their sound. Soft rock, really good. Album art is really straightforward. I don't know what you guys will
Will it always look like that though?
What?
Just kidding.
My brain is really slow today.
No, I thought the album was It Won't Always Look Like This, so I thought it was a more straightforward joke, but it is Be Like This.
I mean,
That's how I'm looking at it.
Could also work.
This is not okay. I need to tell you that I started this off by trying to search the album on Twitter. That didn't work.
Good job.
And then I just accidentally found a song called It Won't Always Be Like This, but it's by some girl named Carly Pierce. So I was really confused. Okay.
Oh, Carly and I go way back.
Trying this again. Albums.
You could also just search Inhaler.
Yeah, because this is straight up.
Searching Inhaler probably be your easier bet there.
It was not coming up. It wasn't in the first 20 results, Ben.
Inhaler.
When I searched when I searched It Won't Always Be Like This, it wasn't like there.
It's just an album of inhaler noises.
Okay, yeah, looking at it, I'm guessing these are all four of the artists. Are there only four?
Yep.
This isn't a Gorillaz thing where it's one guy
No, it's
or two guys.
Four different people.
All right. Do you know their names?
Ben, Alec, Jared, and Jared too.
Whoa. But yeah, looking at this album, it's just a 2x2 photo of each of them in a square, red and blue colors diagonally. One's a side profile, the rest are staring right into my soul. None of them smiling. And Apple Music said it's alternative, and you said it's Irish soft rock.
Sure.
Okay.
Irish is arbitrary, but it's definitely soft rock.
Hey, I wouldn't say that's arbitrary.
Irish soft rock is like a shanty.
All right, yeah, let me hit download so I don't forget.
Alec, what do you think? You've been awfully quiet.
I think that this is actually going to end up putting some songs into my everyday playlists, honestly. It looks like this is something that would definitely be on my alternative playlist or my rock playlist.
Yeah.
Giving me it's like making me think of a band, and I can't think of it right now.
Is it Weezer? Because
No.
Inhaler.
Oh my god!
I thought you were gonna say because of the four faces on the cover, but the Inhaler joke for Weezer is way funny.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
It's like a sequel band.
Yeah, I have no idea. I will just if I think of it, I'll text you.
It's Ireland's answer to Weezer. Inhaler.
Wow.
That's I gotta find out why they named it that. Inhaler band. I'm sure one of them has asthma. That's probably it.
Yeah. It's like sitting in their house and like, oh, what's that inhaler for?
That's the band name.
It's for inspiration.
The singer.
I gotta tell you guys it's an Anthony Jeselnik joke that I was just reminded of, but I'll tell you afterwards. I'm recording. Don't let me forget.
The singer had really bad asthma, and they would only let him hit his inhaler once they had like a good take.
Yeah.
So it was like an incentive to remind him to keep going.
That's good.
That was really not funny. Just trying to make a joke. I was waiting for that to land at some point. It's never quite got there.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought you were just telling a story.
No,
Yeah, I thought you were being legit. I didn't think it was a joke.
I don't know. I was just waiting for that to. It's like when you're riding a lot of jokes I tell is like when you're riding a roller coaster and you just keep going up, and then instead of like hitting that peak and then going down, and like the down motion is like the laughter and the punchline, it kind of just like, keeps going up, and then it just like hits a plateau.
And then you're like, all right,
Maybe
time to get off, get in the elevator.
That reminded me of when I went to Disney. I was 8. My sister was 5 or 6. And have you been in the Epcot ride, like the ride in the ball?
I've never been in Disney.
It's just it's not like a roller coaster. It's structured like one, like you sit in cars and it's like a track and whatever, but you don't even buckle in because it goes like 5 miles an hour. And it's just like, you're just looking around. You've been into Hershey, like the chocolate world.
Oh,
ride.
it's like
that.
It's like the chocolate world thing.
Yeah. It's comparable to that. And it's inside the Epcot thing. She didn't like understand how rides worked yet. So it has like the uptick thing, and she's freaking out, screaming bloody murder. I'm not strapped in. I'm not strapped in. Everyone's freaking out. She's trying to crawl out of the thing, everything. And then it just goes, and then just goes straight. Same speed and everything. Oh my God. That vacation was a nightmare for many reasons. That being one of them. But enough of that. How about we get into some video games? We got some stuff to talk about.
Yes, I'm excited to hear how long you two spent in front of a PlayStation.
Yeah, so we got our PlayStation wrap-ups. These are the things that Sony sends us at the end of the year. It's our statistics of gaming, essentially. It's, whatever we were doing on PlayStation. All right, so I think we've done this before. Ben, you read it aloud on air and your dad texted you, not happy.
Yeah, the moment I started talking about it, he texted me like, "Bro, are you serious?"
Is that how your dad texts you, bro? Are you serious?
No, but in his own way, he texted.
Yeah,
me.
that was through your filter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just clicked on it. When you come into it, first thing they tell you is total hours for the year. Mine was 349. So that's a little less than an hour a day. Obviously that's not accurate. I wasn't playing games every single day. Let's see here. 94 PS4 titles, 255 PS5 titles. What? Oh, that's hours. That makes more sense. I thought that was saying games. 255 hours was PS5. 94 hours was PS4. 10 hours played online, 339 locally. That tells you how much I love multiplayer. Nothing in VR because I do not have it. 157 days played. So there you go. It was 349 hours divided across 157 days. These are some global community stats. We don't care about them. I played 21 different games in 2021. My top game was Assassin's Creed Valhalla at 115 hours. I don't think I've logged much more in the new year, but maybe a few. Mass Effect 2 was at 68 hours. Far Cry 6 was 36. Guardians of the Galaxy was 18 hours. And Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut was 13 hours. And I think that would really be just the DLC, the expansion, because I think I beat the game by 2020. Next, we have more global stats. How many trophies did I earn? 479. So that's, I don't know. I don't care. Let's see. More global stats, blah, blah, blah. What a year, it said. 2021. What a year. Yeah, there you go. That's basically it. So 349 hours. Ben, would you like to open up yours and tell the people how
Sure.
much time you spent?
Yeah. So total play time, 1,815 hours.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I'm curious to know how much of that was like actual physical play time and how much of that was me sitting in the menus.
Right.
Last year, being at school and also living through like the after effects of a pandemic, I was in my dorm a lot.
Right.
So I would like turn on my PS4 when I woke up, open a game, and like I would have my classes in my room. So I'd probably just have my PlayStation on a menu like all day, basically.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely did play a lot. So yeah, 1,815 total hours. 1,561 of those was local play, and 254 were online play. I have no idea if that's accurate or not because basically every game I played was multiplayer. I would imagine that like FIFA probably took up a lot of the local hours. That's 356 total days played. Keep punching the microphone.
You missed what was that, 9 days of last year?
Something like that.
But yeah, if you're keeping the console on, like you said, that could happen.
I played 62 games. No idea how. The only games I remember playing were Call of Duty and FIFA, basically. Yeah, my top games: Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War was 693 hours. I'd wager. I know I spent like 15 days in normal multiplayer and like 9 days in league play. But I think the rest of that time is like just idle menu time and zombies, I guess. Second place is FIFA 21 with 310 hours. 3 is Apex Legends at 160. 4 is eFootball PES 2021.
What? I don't even know what
Yeah,
that
for
is.
155 hours. It's like FIFA's competitor.
Okay.
And then 5 is FIFA 22 already with 129 hours.
Phew.
Yeah, I think for this year it's already probably like crazy because I've played ever since January. I've played just like FIFA and Apex and Ghost of Tsushima like interchangeably. 268 new trophies. Not really much to add there. And then yeah, what a year. What a year.
A year. What a year. What
I
a
would
time to be alive.
I wish you could like live track your stats because I've already put like 40 hours
Yeah.
just into Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, I'd like to not have to wait once a year.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm appalled. I think that's actually down from the year before. I think I played
Yeah,
less.
I can't remember what that number was.
It was at least 2,000 hours, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah.
And what was it this time? 1,800?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Alec, you know how many hours you logged? Any idea?
No, Xbox doesn't share that information. I wish they would. That'd be kind of cool though. It would probably just be 0 hours in Far Cry 6. And a bunch in Assassin's Creed games that I never finish. A few hours in Forza, and I don't want to know how many hours in MLB The Show.
Too many.
Way too many. An embarrassing amount for a sports game.
Wow, you really can't. I just looked it up for Xbox. You can check individual game time, but you can't check like.
So I'd have to like go through each game, check it,
Yeah.
and then add them up. Which
Ew,
for
yeah,
a kid who went to public school, that's too much math.
That's a tall order.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right, Alec, what do you got for us today? This random fact. I hear you have a prop. First of all,
I do. You need a prop to explain this because
All right,
I didn't know this, and I like can't stop thinking about it whenever I'm getting changed because zippers have locks on them.
What?
So here's my prop is my khaki pants. The zipper.
Oh, you take those off right now?
Yeah, I did. That's where I went when I was out of the screen. This
Get his
is
pants off.
the zipper.
Yeah.
Down when it's in the down or up position like that, it's locked. Oh, I broke it.
You did not just break that on camera.
No, but you break it. I didn't break it, but you pull it and it's locked and it won't slide down. But
Yeah.
if it's sticking out like that,
What?
yeah, zippers have locks. So when it is
What?
up when it's
or down?
upwards like this, it doesn't slide out as
Unless you
easy.
really yank it.
Yeah, and then or if it's down like that and you pull nothing, then it goes up like that, like in the middle, so it's sticking out and it just
Nice easy glide. Really?
Yeah.
All right, let me.
They have locks. Yeah, go get.
I've got some zippers in my room.
Yeah, go get something.
This visual showcase really makes for great podcasting.
Yeah, I'm actually going to. I saw it on TikTok of all places, which by the way, the Jabcast has a TikTok. If you are listening and want to follow us, we are the same on every platform, TikToks, Instagram, and Twitter at _Jab_cast.
All right, I've got a jacket here.
You got a jacket?
It works for jackets still?
I would assume.
I don't know if this is going to work out. This is like a loose.
I think it's a zipper. I think it's a zipper thing. Oh, then maybe for that one. Maybe like for that one, it won't. I don't know, but it definitely works for pants.
I mean, I believe it. I just saw it firsthand, and that's not like something you'd. Yeah, it wouldn't work for this one, but I don't know. I think I've got.
Yeah, so I saw the person who I saw this through was a TikTok user at Sid Sydney Raz.
Renee Raz.
Yeah, at Sydney Raz.
Cheers, Sydney. Thanks for the
Wow.
He does a whole series of things that he said where he just says like, here's something I wish I knew before I was 30. And he's helping me not know those things before I'm 30.
Yeah, there you go.
So he's helping me out.
You're getting up there, Alec. You're already like 29.
I know, almost like a whole like one more month. Oh my gosh, 1 month and I'll be 24.
God.
Jeez.
Yeah. Ben, when's your Sweet 16 again?
It's basically like 5 months.
Ah,
5 months until I can finally get my permit.
I'm so excited.
That's
for you.
awesome.
I have to have my older sister drive me around everywhere.
What's the theme for the Sweet 16? Birthday?
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
Who dresses your favorite
That's
monster?
even better.
But you can't be Sully because I'm Sully.
Okay, well, I didn't want to be Sully. I want to be
You're
Randall.
definitely a Randall. 100%.
Me?
Yes.
How?
Okay.
I think that we should do that next.
I'm a conniving bastard. I'll take it.
next episode for movies. I think we should put each of us list 5 different Disney movies, and we'll give all 3 of us a character in the movie.
Okay, I like it.
I think that'll be fun. Maybe not next episode, but
Yeah,
in the future.
yeah. In the future, I'll write that down in our
ideas,
in our notes. Yep, in our ideas. Our super secret ideas document
that nobody knows about.
Forget we even said it. It doesn't exist. Everything we come up with on here is on the fly. That's how good we are.
I'm gonna cut it out.
It's already on Twitter.
Oh, great. Speaking of which, I posted a new video on our TikTok and our
Yeah. Go follow our social
Instagram.
media and shoot us a nice little message in our DMs.
Yes, it'll be
I
like
gotta put
it'll be down
notifications
there.
on.
It'll be somewhere in the bottom, I would guess right of your screen, or bottom left. It'll be on either side of whichever the 3 of us is on the bottom of our upside down pyramid, if you're watching this.
Yeah.
And if you're listening, at _jab_cast for everything. Instagram,
Everything.
Twitter, and TikTok, which I realized I spelled TikTok like the noise it would make from a clock in our bio
You
on
are
TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna leave it though. It's very fitting.
TikTok.
Yeah. Whoops.
Oh,
Have you guys gone in to look at either of them yet?
I'm looking at it right now. I
What?
just turned
No, like gone in as the profile.
Oh no, I haven't logged in yet.
Oh, I didn't know if you guys had done that yet or not. But whatever. You guys have the passwords, I think. So
If you give me the keys to the castle, I'm gonna be shaking ass on TikTok within like 10 minutes.
well, I sent you guys the passwords already.
Asshole. Ben, you're a hoot.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Is that it for today?
I believe that brings us to the bottom of our super secret outline.
Yeah, there we go. We've got a great next show coming for you. We're gonna have more movies.
We're gonna be talking about conflict in the Middle East.
No, we're not.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, we got some video game discussions. We'll figure something out for TV. We'll talk about the albums. When's the Super Bowl?
The 13th.
13th, which is
Which,
this
if
will be
you're
coming out the
listening to
7th.
this, yes, if you're listening when it comes out on the 7th, it'll be Sunday.
7. So then, yeah, maybe we can. No, never mind.
Yeah,
Well,
no one's gonna know our Super Bowl halftime things for another week after the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
We'll be at the Super Bowl, so
Make
We're
sure
gonna be
you.
in the halftime show.
we're gonna be TikTok dancing on the field next to Jackson Mahomes.
Well, he won't be there.
Oh, he'll be
He
there.
might be.
I don't think he will be.
He's got friends in high places.
Not that high.
His
This dude
brother's
was-
Patrick Mahomes. I
He would
think.
Jackson Mahomes would not be caught dead in Kansas City, Missouri during the Super Bowl.
Well, I think that's it, everybody. Thank you for listening. Go follow us on everywhere on TikTok. Make sure there's a CK in TikTok. That's how you know it's free.
Yep, that's the official TikTok.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right. Bye, everyone.